it's you know, that's my personal belief that they shouldn't. I mean, you know, these are citizens of the city. Most of them don't have a place to park because, you know what I mean, no fault of their own.
Fine, I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, and that's a good suggestion, but I just think we should absorb that, you
We'll
know?
have to go along with it. Thank you.
Yeah.
All set, Councilman?
Yes.
Okay. Solicitor, I do have a concern. This year, we've added a number 9, which says it's a location of Globe Park. It says entrance access on Coast Street, right of 464 Coast Street. And I have a letter from the Assistant City Solicitor, Peter Waslick, which was provided to the residents at 460 Coast Street. And in Mr. Waslick's letter, it says, as stated in said deed, this easement is to be used for highway purposes only, and that no parking or standing in this area is permitted. How do we take Mr. Waslick's opinion that no parking is permitted and balance that with an ordinance that is dictating parking in the same easement that Mr. Waslick said there's no parking permitted?
Right, and I spoke to Mr. DeBrois, he's here tonight, and I don't know if he had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Waslick, but we had a conversation about this very issue, so, but I didn't get a chance to touch base with Mike, so I don't know what happened.
So I did, and Director D'Agostino asked if I can attend tonight. So this is this little right-of-way that the city owns dates back into the 1800s. It was very hard to read. We've been actually looking at this area for well over a year. We've been having neighborhood concerns with ongoing parking issues in that right-of-way, which is about 33 feet wide. Part of it is paved, part of it is just gravel. And what was happening is the front house at 464 Coast Street, was utilizing the access for their own parking of their tenants. And what was happening was the tenants had out-of-state plates, weren't registered in the city of Woonsocket. So we had, because of the neighborhood disputes going on, that's when we had the law department look into the parking. So when the assistant city solicitor looked at this, it was more because of the illegal parking going on. They actually put their own parking signs on the right-of-way. So I had a conversation with the assistant city solicitor today, and I know this is third hand to you, but he did say that the letter that he sent out February 26, 2021 to 460 Coast Street is correct in what he said as highway purposes, that there'd be no parking or standing in this area is permitted. And that was more in line with the illegal parking that was happening. But he also said that the city has every right to put in a ordinance for snow ban parking, which is an emergency to allow the vehicles to come off the parking and be off the street and onto this access. I did copy the map that I can hand off to you so you can take a look. We'd only be utilizing the 16.5 feet that's more on the city's right-of-way, which is kind of how cars have been parking there all these years anyways. So there's still access to 460 Coast Street, no obstructions to that back property at all, even by allowing 3 or 4 vehicles to park there in the winter.
So what happens if more than 3 or 4 people, now if we sell these permits or people acquire these permits, if there were 8 people that showed up to park on a snow ban, how would we?
I think right at this time, what we'd probably do is measure about how many we would want to fit into that area. We know the width of a parking space and what we can fit there without any congestion to get people in and out. And the owner of 464 Coast Street plows that. He's always plowed it since he'd owned the house for many, many years. He opens it up because typically in the winter, Public Works just shuts down the park. So we have no reason to open up that area. He does it on his own. So at this time, he's looking for at least 4 4 parking spaces for his own tenants. And when we looked at it with the director, there really wasn't anyone else that was utilizing that area except his own tenants.
So should we, under 9, where it says entrance access on Coast Street, right of 464 Coast Street, should we say if it's 4 spots that it would be 40, the first 40 feet? And quite honestly, let me get to my second part before I'm uncomfortable moving forward with this, but I understand the urgency or the time constraints because this goes into effect November 1st. And if we miss being an ordinance, if we miss first and second passage, we'll end up being too late. So I would be okay to support it tonight with some type of an amendment tonight so that we don't have to do a second amendment next week, stating, the first 40 feet or however we want to word it, and we'll need that tonight. But then between this meeting and the next meeting, I'd like something from Mr. Wozliak, not only sent to us, but sent to the people that he sent this, better explaining, because there's no way to read this differently than any vehicles parked in this easement shall be towed at the owner's expense. So I get that there can be perceived difference between snow ban parking, which may only be 5 or 10 snowstorms a year, where this will be a problem. But I think we need to cover all bases. So putting in a measurement tonight, giving it first passage, and then getting some type of an opinion from Mr. Wozliak as to how this is allowed under this explanation between this meeting and the next meeting, then we can move with second passage then, or if he can't, we'll have to deny it.
So if I could make a suggestion, because I've done a lot of legislation in my time, what I would recommend, and I don't know what Mike feels about this or what the director feels about this, the way you proposed it, if something should go, affray, then the whole ordinance would be, delayed. And we have 8 other properties on the ordinance. So I think what probably is the best course of action is someone makes a motion to delete 9. We pass this, and then at the next meeting, if everything's all set with this Globe Park issue, we just put another ordinance on. And so at least the other 8 properties will be all set for first and second passage, and we could always just amend it next meeting, and then there won't be any, there won't be any delay for the other properties.
Okay.
Because frankly, I didn't get an opportunity to talk to Peter Wozliak, but the brief conversation I had with Mike, and I was doing a million other things at the time, I'm not quite sure I'm gathering that explanation.
You're not sure what?
I'm not quite sure I'm in harmony with that explanation, so I'd like to talk to Woz. So
Okay.
why don't we delete 9, someone make a motion, and pass 21069 as amended, then you'll have second passage next time for the other 9, and then we could go forward. I mean, the chances of it snowing or something.
And then if everything's fixed for number 9, that'll come back as a separate ordinance.
Correct.
Okay,
So
All right.
then there won't be any delay for the other 8.
yes, okay. Then can we have a motion to amend 21069?
So moved to delete number 9, Globe Park.
Motion made by Councilman Canoyer,
Second.
seconded by Councilwoman Sierra, to delete number 9 from 21069. Comments on the amendment? Hearing none, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Canoyer,
Yes.
Councilman Gillette,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sierra,
Yes.
President Gendron.
Yes, and 21069 is amended 4-0. On the main motion as amended, comments? Hearing none, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Canoyer,
Yes.
Councilman Gillette,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sierra,
Yes.
President Gendron.
Yes, and 21069 is approved, first passage, 4-0.
Statement R89, authorizing the cancellation of certain taxes.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Councilman Gillette,
Second, Jim.
seconded by Councilman Canoyer. Comments?
This is This is to abate a total of $17,469 for a number of different issues, over assessments and errors and so forth. So a total of $17,469.
Thank you. Any other comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R89 is approved, 4-0.
21R90, authorizing the cancellation of certain taxes.
Motion passed.
Motion made by Councilman Gillette,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Canoyer. Comments? Hearing none. All those in favor? Wait a minute. You know what, Councilman Canoyer, or
Yep.
can you?
Again, this is an abatement of $8,701 for a property that's was charged tangible taxes, and in fact, it should be tax exempt.
Thank you. Any other comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R90 is approved, 4-0.
21R91, authorizing the cancellation of certain taxes.
Motion to approve?
Motion made by Councilwoman Sierra,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Canoyer. Comments?
This one is for $5,343, an abatement.
Thank you. Is there a reason?
It was just an error, incorrect data field.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R91 is approved, 4-0.
21R92, authorizing the cancellation of certain taxes.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Councilwoman Sierra, seconded by Councilman Gillette. Comments?
This abatement is in the amount of $12,840.13 due to a 86 Board of Review code.
Thank you. Any other comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R91 is approved, 4-0.
21R93, authorizing the cancellation of certain
I'm sorry.
taxes.
I said the wrong, that was 21R92 was approved, 4-0. I'm sorry.
No problem. 21R93, authorizing the cancellation of certain taxes.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Councilman Gillette.
This abatement is for
Oh, we need a
$5,000.
sec, hold on, we need a second.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Canoyer. Comments? Comments?
This abatement is for $5,024.86, also from the 86 Board of Review change.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R93 is approved, 4-0.
21R94, granting permission to use city property.
Motion passed.
Motion made by Councilman Gillette. Can I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Canoyer. Comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R94 is approved, 4-0.
21R95, authorizing planning department to apply for Department of Environmental Management Open Space Grant.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Councilman Canoyer,
Second.
seconded by Councilwoman Sierra. Comments?
Council President,
Councilman Canoyer.
I think, I just want to confirm, was there a desire to amend this to allow for
Up to 2 applications,
the
yes.
2 applications?
Correct.
And again, the one that's before us indicates it's to acquire open space
Yes.
for watershed protection?
Correct.
And would the second one be the same?
Yes, it actually was the 2 abutting properties are owned by the same owner.
Okay.
DEM requires an application per lot, similar to what we did with Holly Springs back in 2017.
Yep. So I'll make a motion to amend section 1. So just give me a second. That the Woonsocket City Council hereby authorizes the Director of Planning Development to apply to the Department of Environmental Management for open space grants. And I would amend it as follows. 2 in total, for the purpose of acquiring open space for watershed protection using the application attached here to as Exhibit A or in a form similar to. So I make that
Motion made by Councilman Canoyer,
Second.
seconded by Councilwoman Sierra to amend 21R95. Comments on the amendment? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R95 is approved. The amendment is approved, 4-0. On the main motion as amended, comments? So just for the public's information, Director D'Agostino, these were 2 lots that are next to Reservoir 3, I believe.
Yes,
And it's to acquire space that abuts our reservoir
that's correct.
that we had spoken about at a previous work session.
That's correct.
Okay. And the Director of Planning will be putting in up to 2 grant applications, which are matching grants with DEM for up
Correct.
to $400,000.
Correct.
Okay. Any other comments or?
Nope, just keeping you up to date. Since our conversation, I did make an offer to the owners and haven't heard back.
Oh, you haven't heard back?
No.
Okay. All right. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R95 is approved 4-0 as amended.
21R96, authorizing award of a contract for the purchase of road salt for the Department of Public Works.
Motion to approve?
Motion made by Councilwoman Sierra,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Gillette. Comments? Pretty self-explanatory, $67 a ton.
Delivered, yes.
Yes.
Cheaper than the state bid.
Good job.
Cheaper than what's on the MPA for the state, so.
Shh.
Yeah.
Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R96 is approved 4-0.
21R97, authorizing the City of Woonsocket to enter into a contract with Material Sand and Stone Corp. for the purchase of hot mix asphalt, bid number 6042.
Motion approved, Jim.
Motion made by Councilman Canoia, seconded by Councilman Gillette. Comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and 21R97 is approved 4-0.
21R98, authorizing the Woonsocket Police Chief to sign a lease agreement with Toshiba for new copy machines.
Motion approved, Jim.
Motion made by Councilman Canoia,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Gillette. Comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And we have no further business. I would look for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved, Jim.
Motion made by, excuse me, motion made by Councilman Canoia,
Second.
seconded by Councilwoman Sierra and Councilman Gillette to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and we are adjourned at 7:43.